Mortar Cycle, highly requested. Arena 12, people still stuck. You can definitely use this deck higher up. We're also going to be breaking these battles down. Let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and get guards down here. He's going to snowball. I'm going to go ahead and surround the baby dragon, and then I'm going to go in with a mini counter push with the miner. Now he's going to start getting desperate. Royal Giants at the bridge. You guys see before I can even say it. One of the most key screenshots here, and want to reiterate over defending. Do not do it. Notice I have a mortar. It locks. He has a level 14 baby dragon, but I don't do anything. I don't drop musketeer. I don't drop bats. I let this happen because I'm going to get at least 2 mortar shots. I don't want to drop elixir on the baby dragon because then it'll all be right about here. I'm depleting my elixir. He's going to be able to punish with one of these other cards. Who knows? We are back on my mini account. Just remember, I cannot drop arena, so this is an arena 14, but it is still more relatable for those of you that are in lower arenas. Typically, if you're higher up ladder and if you're level 14, the Golden Knight is in this deck. This is a very well-known deck, very, very strong. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Get ourselves some dubs. Mortar placement is key. All right, we're gonna, okay, I gotta go in with some guards right here. I think we're gonna catch those. Yep, perfect. At least get one. Now it goes in with that. I'm gonna go ahead and, because that was 8 elixir, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and poison the witch. Okay, it goes in with that. I am gonna go a little bit high here, and I'm gonna see if I can take out the hog rider. We'll at least get 1 mortar shot, which is great. Possibly more. I think we're gonna get more. Let's go. Awesome. And notice the placement of the mortar as well. Now, typically, you want to switch that up depending on what type of range unit your opponent has. He goes in with that. We're gonna go ahead and log this way too aggressive. All right, he got moved a little tricky. Still way too aggressive. Got a knight on that side, and he has to use skeleton army. So what we're going to do is just bring those over. We have a musketeer that's going to get some shots off. He had to use log as well. I'm going to go in with the mortar, and notice the mortar placement right here. He might go hog rider, and I'm just going to go ahead and hold bats and prepare for it. We get that mortar lock perfect. This is beautiful. Let's go here with this, and then guess what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and get a knight down right now. Take all that out. 7 elixir at the bridge. I was a little late on the miner. Could have got a lot more damage than that, but still, it's going to work for us. So check it out. And knight's going to get, well, all right, good distraction by the skeletons. Knight almost made it. I am going to go ahead and poison this right now. We'll have guards for his hog rider, or, okay, never mind. We just have to do this. A little tricky there. Boom. Not going to get me that time. He goes in with that. I'm going to go ahead and use bats here. Should be able to take out the Scarm. He's going to get a little bit of work done. If I had miner, I would have run it. We're just going to do the same thing here. Boom. Let's pull that hog rider back, and I'm going to let this all go. If I had miner, I would have ran it opposite lane there with the bats, right? So let's go ahead and get this down, and then we're going to get a knight down as well. Hog rider gets 0 shots, and here's what I'm going to do. Nope, he goes mega knight, so he's going to get desperate, right? So let's go here with this, and we'll get the bats down, and then I'm going to go ahead and get ready for a counter push with the bats. Let's go ahead and get that down, and then we're going to go ahead and do this. That's some serious poison value, and notice the miner tanking for the bats. He has to go E-Wizard. I love it. I'm going to get the musketeer down. He's going to go hog rider. We're going to go and get a mortar down, and I'm going to go ahead and get this down as well. I could have went actually farther. I'm going to go ahead and log this back. I could have went probably farther to the right with the mortar, but we still get a lock on just to hit that other side. Let's go ahead and get a miner down for some chip. Let's go ahead and get this down actually, and then we'll go in with another musketeer. We're going to chip on that with the miner. Good to go. Again, super expensive. Musketeer will do a lot of work. We're going to go ahead and get a mortar down. Oh, he goes Mega Knight. Okay, so let's go here, and then we're going to go ahead and get a mortar down right about here. He goes E-Wizard, and I'm just going to get a miner down because when the troops are real close to the mortar, you'll be able to definitely still lock on. But he ran the hog rider, so that really stinks. We're going to get that chip. It's already in log range. This is going to be a GG's and a peace out. And not to mention, my mortar is only level 9 in Arena 14. That's pretty low, but we're still making it work. All right, let's go ahead and start with the miner. Okay, he has a Valkyrie. Let's get a musketeer down. He goes in with that. So we'll go here, and then I'm going to get this down, and then this down here as well. Oh, that was good snowball. Really good snowball. Good anticipation there. But that was also pretty expensive. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and I want to counter push with the miner. He goes in with that. That's actually fine. That's a poor placement. We'll go miner now. So well played on the snowball for sure, anticipating that. Okay, so he has Valkyrie down again. This time what we'll want to do is use the mortar defensively on the hog rider. Let's get this down. Actually, we're going to go here with this. Then we're going to go ahead and log. And then we're going to get a mortar down. Again, pretty expensive. We just need that Valkyrie to go down. He's got his hog rider back in cycle. Probably going to run it, but we'll... Oh, baby dragon, that's perfect. Level 14, though. That is pretty nuts. So what I'll need to do is we're going to get some shots off, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and get a musketeer down. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and get guards down here. He's going to snowball. I'm going to go ahead and surround the baby dragon, and then I'm going to go in with a mini counter push with the miner. And we're going to be able to tank and get a lot of damage, and that's not going to be enough for him. That's perfect. Look at the amount of work the bats are doing. The reason why I was able to make that work is because I got a positive elixir trade on that baby dragon, as opposed to dropping 4 elixir on the musketeer. He goes in with that. Now he's getting desperate. desperate, so let's go ahead and surround. Another small positive elixir trade. We're going to go ahead and get this mortar down. Let's go ahead and get a knight down. Now he's going to be probably late on that. Perfect. That's beautiful. We're going to get a mortar shot. We're already in poison range. Let's do something like this. I think he used his... Okay, he goes arrows. He's going to get some work done there. I do have to go ahead and take out this hog rider, and then we're going to go in with a miner, and I'm going to let this all go. I'm just going to go ahead and poison just to make sure I take this side. I don't think he's going to have his Valkyrie. Yeah, that's perfect. We have a musketeer still doing work to the point that I'm going to go ahead and get this down, and I'm going to go ahead and log. We'll take care of that. Boom. And then I need to get another musketeer down, and he's going to build up this massive push on this side. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to wait a little bit. There he goes. He's got arrows too, though, so he might actually take this tower. Okay, he does, but we're going to go ahead and go in with this. So well played there. And he's got the baby dragon going, but we're going to get some pretty good work here. We'll drop the poison, and I'm not going to be too concerned with the other side, so well played on that. A little tricky there, off to the right. Went ahead and took care of it. We're going to let the baby dragon go. I'm going to go here with the mortar, and I'm going to go ahead and go here with this, and we'll be able to take that out, and then I'm going to let that all go. He might go arrows. If he does, that's going to be a mistake. And then we're going to go ahead and go miner in the back, I guess. Let's kind of switch it up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and go here with this. That was well played. Well played. Let's go guards. Want to distract a little bit. The baby dragon would have taken out that musketeer easily. Let's go ahead and play a little patient. We're going to go in with a knight back here, try to build a push. The only thing I care about right now is defending against the hog rider. Let's bring that down. We're going to go ahead and go here. We'll let that all happen. Now I'm going to start to build a push, right? He goes in with the arrows. That's a terrible play, but I think he's trying... Oh my goodness, what in the world is that? Okay, I guess it kind of worked though. All right, so we'll go here. We'll get some poison damage. Good battle. Okay, he goes in with the Valkyrie. He's probably going to go hog rider once again, and I'm going to do something high like this, and then we're going to go here. Why? Oh my goodness, there was a glitch. All right, we're going to be fine here though, but there was a little drop glitch. I cannot believe that. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. Oh my goodness, 48 HP. My opponent played well, but there was a drop glitch on that mortar. I don't know if you guys could tell, but there definitely was, to where it didn't pull that hog rider. It was like a 2 to 3 second delay. Glad we got that dub. Let's go. I almost felt bad for my opponent. Almost felt bad. Losses like that hurt so much. All right, let's go ahead and start off with the miner. Okay, he goes Royal Giant. I think I'm going to put a little bit of pressure with the bats here. Make him use possibly a spell. Even better, a 5 elixir wizard. I'm going to take that. Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and get the mortar down now. Play it a little bit defensive here. We'll be able to put a knight likely on the wizard. Let's go ahead and get the knight down now, and we'll get ourselves some guards, and we're going to go ahead and log away the goblin barrel. Perfect. We have a mini counter push there with the knight, and that's all I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and let this go. We're going to get at least 2 shots off with the knight. He goes mega knight. So what we'll do here is we're going to go in with a miner. I'm going to go ahead and get the bats down as well. We have knight to distract should he decide to zap. I'm probably still going to have to do it. I think mega knight probably would have gotten at least 1 jump, and I wanted to go ahead and make sure he did not. All right, so he goes in with the skeleton army. Let's go ahead and get the guards down. I don't want to use log, and then I think I'm going to go ahead and get the mortar down. Let's go ahead and do that now. Goes Royal Giant in the back. See if we can get a lock, which we can. This is perfect for us, and I'm just going to let that go. The bats will take out, obviously, the mortar, but and he goes in with the wizard. See, he doesn't need to do that. Let's go ahead and take care of this wizard. I don't want the damage there on that side. We have to go in with some bats, and then we have to go in with the knight. He'll get some work there with the Royal Giant for sure, but that musketeer will at least get 1 shot, so we'll be good to go. Let's go ahead and get the miner down. Already back to another mortar. He goes in with that. I'm going to go ahead and poison. I would have had to take out the skeleton army anyways, and I just, again, want to save log for his goblin barrel. So he goes in with that, so we just got to start to play defensive here. Let's go in with this, and we're going to go ahead and go in with this here with the boom. Take it out. Not worried about it. Let's go miner for that chip. Arrows were not the best play. He's probably going to go skeleton army. Yep. We're going to go ahead and poison once again. Now he's going to start getting desperate. Royal Giant's at the bridge. You guys see before I can even say it. And he goes in with that. So let's go here on the wizard to distract, take out the Royal Giant as fast as possible. We're going to get another miner down, possibly have to poison. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and drop it. He goes Mega Knight because he knows that's going to go down. Now what we need to be able to do is get a mortar down over here, and then I just need to be able to get a knight down. That's it. We're going to kind of keep walking stuff over here a little bit. Only 5 seconds left. He's not going to be able to do enough damage. We're going to go ahead and log this back for a GG's and a peace out, and have a nice day. Let's go. Quick piece of feedback for anyone playing this game. You have to manage your elixir. Not only did he drop 3 elixir in the goblin barrel, he dropped 5 elixir in the witch. Not even knowing what I was running and what I can use to counter these cards. He dropped 8 elixir. I went ahead and took this out with the guards, and we went ahead and dropped poison on the witch and got some tower damage. Do not play that aggressive. One of the trickiest things about playing against mortar is defending against it. If your troops get too close, in this case here, wasn't really defending against it as much as he was trying to push offensively with the hog rider, it will then retarget onto another troop or the arena tower. That's exactly why I placed the mortar the way I did. I wanted to get the bats down to take the hog rider out as quickly as possible to keep the mortar on there longer, but but also to possibly counter push with the minor bats. After that Hog Rider push, big mistake by my opponent, too aggressive and not managing his elixir. He decided to drop the Valkyrie at the river so she would cross and obviously tank for the Goblin barrel. What he should have done instead is drop the Valkyrie in the back and try to build that elixir and his push. I went ahead and shut all of this down with like log, miner, whatever I decided to use. I shut that entire push down. He has basically no elixir and didn't try to build up any kind of push. Do not play that way. I know a lot of players dislike seeing Mega Knight, but honestly, once you know how to play against him and understand that people play too aggressive with him and he has 7 elixir, it is easy to defend against. It honestly is. In this case here, the mortar was already locked on. He drops the big fella right here. We have some bats down. He has no elixir again because he's not managing it to do anything. I'm not worried about it. I have a knight if I need to, and that's what I'm already doing. Forward thinking that if this Mega Knight breaks through all this, I still can distract and defend. Most, if not all of you know about this, but you want to time the miner and any kind of counter push with the bats. So once you defend with the bats on this side, you counter push with this miner on this side so he tanks, and then you can get a lot of damage from the bats. In this case, after he dropped the witch, which is 5 elixir, again, no elixir to defend, I got a lot of damage from those bats. I easily defend against this Valkyrie with a knight and a musketeer with a possibility of a mini counter push. He does have a lot of troops here to defend against the mortar, but what's most important about this screenshot is the 756. Once you get an opponent's arena tower this low, you have to start thinking about more defensive play and trying to get minor spell chip. I have to give credit where credit is due. After my opponent dropped the Hog Rider, I dropped the guards. He then dropped Snowball the same time I dropped the bats. Definitely clutch, but what that also did was help me prepare for the future of this battle. I knew moving forward I was going to be a little more patient before I dropped the bats or whatever I was going to do to defend against that Hog Rider. Whenever I talk about playing aggressive, I not only talk about you, I talk about the opponent. In this case here, I could tell. Look at his elixir count. And what I kept wanting him to do is deplete his elixir based on how aggressive he was playing. So you notice here he has to drop the Valkyrie. That was the whole point of me running the miner. Even though this musketeer is about to go down, it was going to go ahead and get a lot of damage if he did not drop that Valkyrie. And again, look at his elixir count. And because I made him drop that Valkyrie, I'm not worried about it because while he is defending this, I'm building elixir to be able to defend anything he has coming at me. One of the most key screenshots here, and I want to reiterate over defending. Do not do it. Notice I have a mortar. It locks. He has a level 14 baby dragon, but I don't do anything. I don't drop musketeer. I don't drop bats on her. I let this happen because I'm going to get at least 2 mortar shots. What I'm anticipating is just defending against that baby dragon. I don't want to drop elixir on the baby dragon because then it'll all be right about here. I'm depleting my elixir. He's going to be able to punish with one of these other cards. Who knows? I wanted to go ahead and reset, let the mortar hit 2 shots, and then me go ahead and take care of the baby dragon on my side and try to build my elixir back up to repeat and cycle and repeat and cycle. A lot happening in this screenshot. Typically, if I run RG decks, I don't typically like to cycle him in the back, especially when the battle first starts, because it already gives your opponent at least an idea of one of your win conditions. But what's important here is not just the RG, knowing I'm going to go ahead and get a mortar down to defend against it. He drops 5 elixir in a wizard. That's perfect. So that means he can't support this RG like he wants to. And I went ahead and ran the minor bats, which forced that out. And that's going to be a lot of damage there. But again, he cannot build up his push. And I'm already forward thinking of how I'm going to defend. In my opponent's defense, this was definitely our matchup. He has a Goblin Barrel coming down. As I spoke about before, went ahead and anticipate how I was going to go ahead and defend against this RG. Notice the mortar placement as well. This is a very good pull. And then we went ahead and dropped the knight on the wizard. We have log for his barrel. There really wasn't a whole lot our opponent could do. I knew we had this battle. 16-27, getting pretty close to starting thinking about transitioning more into a defensive strategy and poison minor cycling. But look, big boy Mega Knight, super expensive. We have some bats down, a miner, and a knight just in case to walk the Mega Knight. Okay, I'm telling you guys, he's expensive and he's not that hard to defend. People are so aggressive with him and they rely on him so much. If you play your cards right, I promise you, you will be able to shut him down. And that is going to go ahead and do it for this detailed breakdown session. Thank you again for all the continued support. Keep those comments coming. Until the next video, take care and peace out.